Crank it up, guys. Let's go motor racing. Away they go. Good start there, but it gets out of shape for 726. Jack Hallier, he made by far the better at the start. No traction there for young Boston Morgan. Fergus Crabb in second spot. Then it's Reagan Swenson low up the inside. It goes Swenson from Nick Evans. Back there in fourth spot. Jack Hallier made a very good start, 726. And leads the field as they go down the back straight. Nick Evans closes in on Reagan, but Reagan up the inside of Fergus Crabb takes over second place. So Reagan Swenson, he is moving very quickly indeed. He's closed that gap on Jack Hallier very quickly. Jack comes out of that top corner, gets a little bit better traction and opens the gap up a wee bit. Fergus Crabb looks like he wants to fight back. They're starting to drop 712 Nick Evans and some distance back. The novice in the class, but certainly not a novice racing driver by any stretch of the imagination. 789 Boston Morgan Horan. Nick Evans has got himself into a little bit of strife. But still Jack Hallier, Reagan Swenson, he just closes that gap a wee bit. Jack Hallier looking around the track to find where the traction is. Driving from side to side of the track. Down the middle this time. And he's, well, Reagan Swenson's lost traction. Lost something. Because he's come to a stop. He might have stalled it too. So Fergus Crabb, 700, moves up into second place. Takes it back from Reagan Swenson. Reagan looks like he's got a problem. Nick Evans through, 712. So Reagan looks like, oh, use the clutch, Reagan. Oh, sorry, Nick. Yep, it's found it. So Reagan Swenson, oh dear. He's got a real serious problem there. Maybe the timing slipped. Trying to find a gear, he thinks too. So real issues there for Reagan Swenson after looking like he was going to start to put pressure on Jack Hallier. Jack Hallier still in the lead. Fergus Crabb 700 starting to close that gap. And poor old Reagan, looks like that's the end of that race for him. Still, that's just one race out of the 3 heats. And the all-in feature all count for points for the National Championship. Final of the Polaris New Zealand Off-Road Racing Championship for 2016. That'll be down at Twizel at Labour Weekend. Nick Evans having a little dance out there all on his own. And the final down at Twizel Labour Weekend, where the top contenders will be looking to chase down that much coveted NZ1. Jack Hallier, I wouldn't say he's hanging on by the skin of his teeth, but Fergus Crabb looks like he wants to get as close as he possibly can. I think if he can close that gap, then we can have a real scrap over that the lead. Fergus getting closer and closer. Long way back, but still in the third spot. That's good third place points. 712 Nick Evans. Looking down the back straight, and Fergus Crabb looks to have a couple of mile an hour, or kilometres an hour. Let's move into the modern era, Dink. A couple of Ks on Jack Hallier, closes that gap. It's down to just over a car length. Fergus Crabb looks up the inside. Jack left the gate wide open, and Fergus is through, and immediately pulls out a good 5 or 6 car lengths on him. So Fergus had just sort of been poised. You'd had the feeling that the last lap particularly, that he was on a mission, and they both get out of shape through that infield hairpin, but Fergus recovers quicker than Jack. But it's going to be close. One little mistake, and from Fergus, and Jack is close, still close enough that he can take advantage of it and jump back into the lead. And the track conditions underfoot are wicked. So there goes Fergus up towards the finish line. Again, did what Jack Hallier did the previous lap, looking for where the grip is. And there isn't a lot out there, but there is some. Fergus increasing his lead over Jack Hallier. Just a couple of young fellas, a couple of schoolboys. Stopped over the far side. Looks like problems too for Boston Morgan Horan, 789. Picked a place to stop though, right in front of the marshals. And Nick Evans just chugging away there in third spot. Fergus Crabb extending his lead. Just driving away from Jack Hallier now. Jack appears to have no answer. Nick Evans a very distant third, and DNF's we've got 718 Regan Swenson right down here on the grid, and over the far side by the stop back in the back straight, 789 Boston Morgan Horan. .700 Fergus Crabb. Well, he's just making this look easy. You have to work hard. Just a couple of laps. Drop back to the clutches, Regan, but Regan, he's out of the race. Fergus Crabb putting in a very, very good performance. Stretching away from Jack Hallier. Boston Morgan back underway again. Jack Hallier trying to get it to work the Tiros, the roll-offs. He might have a problem there. Struggling to grasp the string to roll some clear vision over his goggles. Meanwhile, Nick Evans, 712, just starting to close in a wee bit on Jack. Very steady drive there, no nonsense drive from Nick Evans. But strong performance coming from 700 Fergus Crabb. Fergus saying to the opposition, you want to win a Class 7 race, you got to beat me. And at the moment, he's looking like nobody's even going to get close. Because Nick Evans really gets a lot closer to 726 Jack Hallier. Jack struggling out there. I suspect he's struggling with vision. Boston Morgan, that's not the place to stop. Boston Morgan there just by the tree at the back of the grid proper, underway again. But here comes the race leader, race winner. He takes the first Class 7 heat, 700 Fergus Crabb.